Everyone, it's your girl Cherrell. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I want to thank y'all for tuning in with me this Tuesday, like y'all do every Tuesday. We got a great show in store for you. I am going to allow a little time for everyone to come in. So when you come in, you know what to do. Drop something that you're grateful for. I see y'all are joining. I'm so excited, you guys. Hey, everybody. We're going to be talking some good topics today. I want to talk about some things. And most importantly, I want you guys to share your thoughts. If you have a comment that you want to share, don't hesitate to send a request. I'll be more than happy to bring you on. And then you can tell everybody what you think about it. Okay. So I see a couple more people joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. So again, y'all know my name's Cherrell. I want to say today that I'm grateful for, what am I grateful for today? I don't know, y'all. I be feeling so caught off guard what I'm grateful for. I think today I'm just grateful. I don't know. I'm grateful to have a healthy body. I am. I'm grateful to have a healthy body and be on this side of the dirt. I feel like in the news so much, we're just seeing so many people dying, so many babies dying. You're seeing so many people sick with illness. I saw like a lot of people have cancer. A lot of people are just in the hospital fighting a lot of things. And I really am just healthy to still be alive, to be here on this side of the dirt with the ones that I love and the ones that love me. And I'm happy that I have a healthy body. There are some things that we could work on. But for the most part, like I'm all here. My mind is here. My body is healthy. Like I'm in my right mind. And so I really am grateful for that. I'm really grateful to have a healthy body and be on this side of the dirt. I see somebody said I'm grateful for my networking skills. What are y'all grateful for? Can I get one more person to drop something they're grateful for? I want to know what else somebody else is grateful for. And while you guys are joining, make sure you share this live. The show is really growing tremendously. I gotta say that. And I wanted to continue to grow. I wanted to continue to have these great conversations, but it only works if you guys work with me. So I would appreciate if you guys can absolutely share this live or share the episode afterwards and then tag me. That works as well. Whatever. I just feel like a good comment, a share, a like always goes a long way. So yeah. I'm grateful for my networking skills. I'm grateful for your networking skills too. I feel like that's something that I need to work on and get better at. So I'm grateful for yours too. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to be getting into some trending topics. One of the first trendy topics that I absolutely want to get into is okay. Sorry about that. Oh, somebody said I'm grateful for the genuine friendships. I'm so sorry, you guys. It really is. My screen is kind of lagging. I'm grateful for the genuine friendships I have. That's an underrated blessing, okay? I think it's not an underrated blessing. I feel like having good friendships or genuine friendships, not to say good friendships, because I feel like if you have a healthy friendship, friendships go through stages. And having genuine friendships where you can rock out on the cool ones and then rekindle when it's rougher times. I think those are good genuine relationships, good genuine friendships, and those are always a blessing to have. So I think that's a clock that. Okay, so let's get into it. What do y'all think about the school supply debacle? Everybody's talking about they don't want to buy school supplies for other kids to use. So do you think that it's inappropriate for teachers to share the school supplies that we bring in for the kids? Or do you think that it should be an expectation that the school supplies are going to be shared amongst all the kids? What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section, and I'll give you my bit. I think that as Black people, we want so much to try to have that village back. We really fight to say, oh, we want a village. We don't have the village like our parents had. What happened to the village? And then I think, we want that village, but then we turn around and we complain about school supplies. I think it's counterproductive. Okay. I think that we just don't have it together. Like, we can't pick and choose when we want to show up for others, but always want a village. You can't, it doesn't work like that. If you want a community in the village, you have to pour into it. I think it's petty. Them school supplies are cheap. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that teachers are doing too much? Do y'all think that teachers should be paying for these school supplies if they're going to share them? I think that if I send my kid to school with some crayons, some markers, some pencils, some Kleenex, some Ziploc bags, some Clorox wipes, I expect them to be used amongst all the kids. These are super cheap supplies. These are not $50 markers that I'm sending him to school with. These are dollar markers. So let's take it to the comments and see what y'all said. Deshell said the schools in general are underfunded. I think the teachers are not paid enough, and school supplies in the classroom only last a short amount of time. They need the support from parents. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. And I think you made a really good point about the schools being underfunded, especially with districts like DPS, Detroit Public Schools. Over 50% of the kids that live in Detroit live below the poverty line. So I think living in poverty, you would understand, or people would understand, that they probably don't have it. And if it's an extra crayon or a marker, why can't we share it? Teachers are not paid enough. I have some really good friends that are teachers, and they don't get paid enough. I know they don't get paid enough because we talk about these things. I also think that as a community, we have to start prioritizing our education. I think we prioritize petty things like what the uniforms are, what color shoes they can wear. I think we prioritize the prom over our kids' education, and that's where we miss the mark at. So I couldn't agree more with Aisha. I think she made a really valid point. And to speak to your last sentence, they need the support of the parents. Absolutely. The education system and teachers in general need more support from Black parents. We cannot continue to prioritize, again, what they wear and the prom over their entire education. We go all out for prom, yet we never show up for a PTO meeting, yet we're never at parent-teacher conferences. We should be co-parenting with teachers. That's the reality. I grew up in the time, I ain't that old, I grew up in a time when my mama knew my teachers. She knew my teachers by first name, and I think we've gotten so far from that, it's ridiculous. And it's not helping anybody at all. It's actually harming everybody in the process. If you're a parent with a kid that's in school, you should know their teacher. You should know all their teachers. And you should feel very comfortable reaching out to a teacher saying, hey, is XYZ doing good in school? What's going on? And that's how it should be. Anybody that your child has to see or has to be in contact with, you should be co-parenting with. I use that term lightly, but that's the mindset you should have. You should be working with teachers, doctors, coaches. You should be working with everybody that's an important figure in your child's life to make sure that your child grows up and has the healthiest, happiest life possible. That's our job as parents. And I think, again, we miss the mark when it comes to education. Just because they show up, it doesn't mean they're learning. And school should not be the only time that they're learning. They should be learning at home. It's just a lot of problems. It's just a lot of things that us as a community need to have a conversation about when it comes to education. So I couldn't agree more. We're not going to be going through a lot today, you guys, just because it's kind of weird being back as a solo person, even though I know I did it for so long. But let's keep going. Let's keep going to this. Speaking of school, because that was a good way to start it off. What do y'all think? Let me ask y'all this. Sound off in the comments. Is it okay for, I want to say Black moms, because this is really for Black moms. Do y'all think it's appropriate for parents? It's mothers, because let's be real, the issue is the moms. Do y'all think it is appropriate for the moms to be showing up in club attire or bedtime attire like pajamas and bonnets to drop the kids off to school? What do y'all think in the comments? Let me know what y'all think. In the meantime, make sure you share this live with some friends so that we can get the word out about these great conversations we having over here on Let's Talk the Show. What do y'all think in the comments? Do y'all think that it's okay for parents to be showing up in club attire or bedtime attire to drop the kids off? I think that I think much like when it comes to the prioritizing our education, the Black community has lost the essence of it's a time and a place. We do not understand anymore that is a time and a place. And it's not just with dropping the kids off for school. I see it when it comes to funerals. I see it when it comes to weddings. And the only time I don't see it is when it comes to the club, day parties, and brunches. Y'all know how to dress for everything that's fun and not really good for you, but you don't never know how to get it together when it's time to drop the kids off for school, or when it's time to show up at a wedding, or when it's time to go to a funeral. I've seen it time and time again, and it's not something new. This has been a recurring issue. Deshelle said, I think the problem is they're okay with going out the house in general in that type of attire. They are very okay with it. And we have to get back to holding people accountable for their behavior. We have to. It is not okay to pull up to your child's school in a bonnet and pajamas. It has never been okay. And anybody that has a problem with me saying that is a part of the problem. It's not anti-Black. It's not against Black moms. It's not me focusing on stupid-ish. It's important. And if you don't think it's important, you are a part of the problem. We have to get back to understanding there is a time and a place. Schools should be respected just like you care. Schools should be valued just like you care about how you look in a club. You would never go to a club like that. And a club is not even important. It's not somewhere you have to be. But to show up to a place of education, a place of learning, looking like who did it, why, and don't do it again is insanity. And then to get mad at people for wanting to hold you accountable for that type of behavior is equally as insane. We should be, again, prioritizing education and how we show up. A lot of kids are embarrassed. And if you say it don't matter, kids gonna talk anyway, then that just means you're a terrible parent. That just means you don't care about your kids. How can you say you don't care about how you show up for your kids, but you care about how you show up for strangers at a day party? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's not okay. What else do y'all think? Do y'all think that the schools are wrong for putting in mandatory, mandatory restrictions on the attire? Do y'all think that's wrong? Do you think schools are overreaching by asking parents or putting in like a mandatory attire to come drop the kids off? I don't think they are. I think that if you don't put it in black and white, nowadays, people gonna swear they didn't know, they didn't hear, they didn't see it. I feel like we shouldn't have to do that, but if that's what it has to be done in order to get the point across, then so be it. Because it's unacceptable. And at this point, we need to do whatever we can to get rid of the behavior. I don't think it's okay to do that. I think, like I said, we need to prioritize education and how we show up. What else do y'all think? Do y'all think the schools are wrong? Should schools not have to put that up? I think put it up. Put it up and let people know this is not how we act. This is not how you show up. I think we lost the idea of understanding dress for success. We used to dress for success all the time. We understood that dressing for success means that you understand that how you look impacts how you feel, and it impacts how people perceive you. Now all of a sudden, y'all don't care about how you're perceived when you're dropping the kids off as long as they got to school on time. That's crazy. That's the bare minimum, and that's BS. And quite frankly, you definitely care about how you're perceived. You just don't value schools because you care about how you're perceived in the club. Your weave is flat iron, bone straight, bust down in the club. You make sure your fit is cute, your makeup is done, but you don't care about how you're perceived by educators and the people that have to care for you and the kids that have to interact with your kids. Y'all bullshitting. That's the real tea. Y'all just don't value it. I don't think it's wrong, but I also feel like schools don't enforce it anymore. They don't enforce it. They don't enforce it like they should. And I understand why some schools aren't, because you catch so much backlash. And then a lot of these parents are truly as ignorant as their kids. They're going to fight you about it. They're creating such hostile environments for trying to hold them accountable. It's not enough to just tell parents, can you just dress appropriately to come to school? Now you got parents trying to square it with the principal, trying to square it with the other parents, when you're trying to square it with the teachers. It's not enough to just say, hey, don't do it. Okay, cool, I'm not going to do it. They make it a very hostile environment. They make it very uncomfortable for teachers and faculty members to try to enforce the policy. So I understand. I understand why they do that. I get it, but something has to be done. I don't know if it's security or faculty members or what. Like, I don't know. What do y'all think we can do? What do y'all think can be? Is there anything that can be done to improve this behavior amongst the parents? What can we do to like stop this? Because we have to stop this. This is not okay. I can't say my mama wore scarves out the house, and I'm almost certain my mom wore pajamas out the house. I don't know that my mom ever, if she does it out the house, she probably did it taking me to school. But then again, everybody was kind of scared of my mom too, so I don't know if I would have felt the same way as them kids. I don't know. What do y'all think? Like, what can we do to get like to end this? Or are we? Do y'all think we ever gonna end this? Do y'all think we will ever get people? Nah, that's a dumbass question. I don't think we'll ever stop people from wearing bonnets. I don't think we'll ever stop them from doing that. Do y'all think we'll ever get people to stop wearing bonnets, dropping their kids off to school? I feel like if it can start, then it can stop. And I feel like this has not always been a thing. I feel like the pajamas has been a thing for as long as I've been living, but the bonnets is like new. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think we'll ever get the parents to stop? Do y'all think it's worth it? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. We try to make everything bad, poor, tacky, mean, black culture. And I just feel like that's not fair. That's not fair to the people that are not black. That's not poor, tacky, and ghetto. Like, everybody doesn't live like that, and that's just not black culture. So I think we can end it. The COVID parents will forever be everywhere in pajamas. Yeah, that's a good point. Them COVID parents are different. And it's really the ignorant parents. It's really those. Like, there are some people that are just as stupid as their kid. In fact, the kids are stupid because the parents are stupid. And it's sad. I see people that I know ain't smart share things like I should homeschool my kid. And it's like, I don't think you know how to read like that to be homeschooling your kid. You should send your kid to school. You know, it's just, I don't know. But keep signing off in the comments, you guys. Again, I just want you to know that this show would not be where it is without you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And so to make sure we continue the conversation, make sure you share this live with a couple friends you think will love it. Or after the episode ends, feel free to share it then. However way, like, comment, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can always click the link in my bio for the latest episode. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year. I know we can do it, fam. So make sure you help me out and do that. Make sure you help us out. Let's grow together. So click that link in my bio and subscribe to our YouTube channel. At the end of this episode, make sure you share, like, comment, just to get the word out there. I think that's everything you got to do with it. So yeah, let's keep it moving to our last and final topic. And then I'll give you guys like a recap of what's been going on, like my little tidbits. So our last topic is, this is an interesting topic. Okay. So there has been a video or a picture going viral with a woman naked in front of what appears to be like a 7 or 8-year-old boy and then a smaller boy behind him. According to the comments that I read, the lady is the mom of the older boy, and then the baby boy is her grandson. What do y'all think that it's appropriate to be naked around your kids once they get to us? Like, do you think it's okay to be naked around your kids like all the time? Like, at what point should being naked around your kids stop? Like, at what age should you stop that? I don't think you should be naked around your kids after like 2. And I just feel like it's nothing to get dressed in 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Or throw some clothes on or have your underwear on. But to be booty naked, walking around a 7 or 8-year-old little boy is weird. It is very weird to me. And I have to question your mental capacity. So what y'all think about that? Stachelle said, I think once they get to a certain age, put some clothes on. Absolutely. Simply put. After a certain age, you need to put clothes on. I'm saying 2. Because at 2, like, you're teaching kids body parts at that point. And so it's just weird. Like, you're teaching them your eyes and your nose and your fingers. And I feel like at the age of 2, you should also be teaching good touches and bad touches, because that type of, they need to learn that eventually they're going to be in preschool or daycare. And I think that's the time to start teaching that. You can't convince me that something's not wrong if you're not still naked in front of your kids. I gotta wonder. And I'm saying like little boys, because a lot of these moms be weird as fuck. A lot of these moms are grooming their sons to be their boyfriends, and so they don't find anything wrong walking around naked in front of their sons, because in her eyes, she's trying to make him be the man that she once wanted, or what his daddy ain't be, or the man she can't get. Y'all need to put some clothes on. And Deshelle said, question the mental capacity may be a stretch, but I get what you're saying. I don't know, Deshelle. I gotta wonder, because I don't know. You naked around an 8-year-old boy? Is something ain't wrong with you? Something's wrong. Something is very wrong. Do y'all think something wrong? Y'all don't think something's like mentally not right with people who are like naked in front of like their 8-year-old sons? What about your 10-year-old son? What? I just feel like at their certain, like, not, I don't always like say this loosely, but like I feel like at the age you grown, like not grown, but when I say grown, I just mean like they have a certain level of consciousness, like they understand things a lot deeper. You walking around naked in front of your 10-year-old son, and I'm specifying sons because that's what is more like, you're more commonly seeing it with women in their sons. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's that big of a deal, because that's kind of hypocritical. I still think it's a big deal with girls, but the thing is, like, we're girls. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel the same way. Is that bad? Is that bad that I don't feel the same way about girls, moms being naked in front of girls, but I feel a different way about them being in front of boys? Is that wrong? Deshelle said, I think it just be out of laziness. I think it's out of laziness too, and weirdness too. Very much out of weirdness. I don't know though that I think, am I being wrong for that? Do y'all think I'm wrong? Because I don't think that there is not, I don't think it's as bad as, I don't think moms being naked around their daughters is as bad as moms being naked around their sons. Am I wrong for that? Am I being hypocritical? Is this like am I sexualizing that situation? What y'all think? Like, I'm just trying to think through my thoughts here. They show said, so what about the dads and their sons? I don't know how I felt about that. Dads being naked around their sons? I might have some bias. But then again, no, not really, because y'all both boys. Like, y'all both boys. But that's also very strange. I'm not about to sit here. Like, I want to say that a man being naked around his son is the same as a mother being naked around her daughter, but I don't feel the same way about that. And I might be wrong. There's some bias there. That's weird. That's so weird. I would rather just not be naked around my children at any age, for real. I get that. But what you gonna do with a 3-month-old? Where you really gonna put them? I mean, you can always get dressed with them in a room and turn them around. That's always an option. You know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do with a 1-year-old? Where you gonna put them? You're not gonna always shower when they nap. You're not gonna always shower when they sleep, or when they're eating. God forbid, when they're eating. So I don't know. It takes 2 minutes to get dressed. It do take 2 minutes to get dressed. But a kid can do so many things in 2 minutes. You just don't know. Y'all know kids are very smart. They can do a lot of things in 2 minutes. I don't know. I think I have some bias. I think I'm kind of wrong. I think I'm probably wrong. I'm thinking through this in real time, y'all. So I think I'm probably wrong about that. I might be wrong. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know. Deshelle said, I think it's just more common for women to be naked around their kids. You don't see men generally walking around the house naked, for real. No, it is more common for women to be naked. And I think that's just because, most of the time women are the caregivers. So that's kind of a thing. And then a man, I don't know. I think if the world found out that a dad was naked in front of his kids, he would immediately like be jailed. Like we would be like, yo, this is weird. He's doing something to the kids. This ain't right. Why would a grown man be naked around kids, much less his own? You know what I'm saying? Like we would be, woo, baby, we'd be talking about that for a month. So yeah, I agree. I agree. Y'all agree. It's definitely more normal for moms to do it. And just because it's more normal doesn't mean that we should be doing it. I think that at a certain point, you need to put some clothes on your body and stop walking around your kids like that. And I'm honestly saying, after a certain point, there's absolutely no reason you need to be walking around a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old boy naked. I think you're weird. I don't want to keep saying that weird. I think that we need to start looking deeper into what's going on in the household. We need to start looking deeper into it. We need to find out what's going on. And I think also as parents, we need to do a better job of asking our kids how they feel about things. I think sometimes we're scared about what they'll say or scared about the answers. But just because you okay doing it don't mind, I think you should ask your kids. So maybe we should do that. Asking our kids more about what they feel about how we do things or just getting feedback. I know that's not a common thing. That's part of the gentle parenting in me. But I think we should start, like what you think about that? What do you think about when I do that? And just see what they say. And take your ego out of it. Don't get mad at them for responding to it in a certain way, even if it's not the way you want. Because we're not raising them to be robots and have our exact same thoughts. We're raising them to be their own people. So give them a safe space to say how they feel, accept that, and then, do the right thing with the feedback. But yeah. They shall say we love a gentle parent. We do. Okay? We love a gentle parent. I think, I ain't gonna go too deep into this. I know everybody. What do y'all think about gentle parenting? I remember I was getting crucified by everybody I know if I wanted to gentle parent. I feel like when people say they hate gentle parenting, they usually do not know what gentle parenting is. They just think you don't have no boundaries for your kid. You don't teach them nothing. They just run crazy. They just be disrespectful. And it's like when you understand that the basis of gentle parenting is kindness, compassion, teaching your child to advocate for themselves at home, so having all these things start at home, being able to speak up for themselves. When you really learn what gentle parenting is about, I think you'll get a better understanding and a better appreciation. Because to a degree, we all kind of incorporate gentle parenting aspects into our, if you're a good parent, I think you do. If you're a good parent, I think you kind of weave a little bit of gentle parenting in there, but you don't know that those are just, different aspects of it. You just think like, oh, I'm just trying to be nice, or I'm just trying to be progressive and trying to do something different. And a lot of times the different things that you're trying to do is parts of gentle parenting. So I think everybody should learn what gentle parenting truly is and, read up on it for yourself. Usually watch the Black people do it. They be tripping sometimes. They be wilding out. But, really look into what gentle parenting is. And I think that we could all benefit from taking some things of gentle parenting and intertwining it with the way we parent. I know, being completely honest, I thought I was going to gentle parent my son's whole life. But as a real Black woman from the east side of Detroit with a real Black ass mama, I knew in my mind, even when my son was small, like, I know this is not going to work long term. Not that I don't think gentle parenting doesn't work long term. The reality is I'm also raising a Black man. I'm raising a Black boy that's going to grow to be a Black man. This method is not going to this method, it won't be safe for him. I have to find, a healthy balance of everything. So that's what I think. These kids they shall say these kids don't be gentle to me. Some of these kids ain't gentle. I'm not gonna lie. And my son is not that gentle either anymore. He's still very sensitive and cautious sometimes, but he has so many more outside influences. He's not that gentle. And I'm gonna share this with y'all, then we're gonna wrap this up. My sister had a party at the park and I had to leave to go get food and stuff. And so obviously my siblings are in charge. And so I came back and my sister was like, oh, he wasn't listening. And my son be getting out of control sometimes because his mouth he really has his mom's mouth. My son is quick with it. He's very witty. He's quick with it. He's always he's never trying to be rude or anything, but he always does challenge you. He's always like, well, what is this or what? And that's just how I was growing. I've always been like that. So it makes sense that my son is like that. And I've also raised him to a degree to be like that. But anyways, he wasn't listening. And at a park with so many kids, I cannot afford for you not to be following instructions because it only takes a second for something to happen. So when I saw him, I checked his behind because, again, I'm a gentle parent, but I was also raised by a very black woman from the east side of Detroit. So I looked at my son because he's getting big sometimes. He be acting like, I don't know, like he's getting too big for his britches. So I said, you weren't listening? And I told my son straight up, I said, do you want me to knock you unconscious in this park? Do I need to do that? And he just looked at me and was like, no. And if you know me, you know I don't whip my son. So he knew he wasn't going to get a whipping. But I have to still instill a little bit of fear in him and let him know, don't play with me. And when somebody tells you something to do, especially people that you trust, you follow instructions. So again, I just don't think gentle parenting is suitable for all the way for black kids. I think you have to find a healthy balance. I don't think you should be punching them or nothing like that, but you do have to find a healthy balance. So yeah, I had to find a healthy balance with my son and let him know, don't play no games. The girl, I'm for real. I had to ask him. My brother was laughing because, my brother was laughing because it was like white people around us. So he like, Cherrell. I'm like, I don't care what they say. I asked him if he want to be knocked unconscious. Do you? Because if you do, I will. I wouldn't. But the point is, I need to let him think that my mama gonna knock me out. Yes, I will. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can only be gentle for so long. For real though, I only got you just because while we playing, while we still having the same conversation, you can before you start yelling. Yeah, you know what, you guys. It's so funny, like especially it's just so funny when you hear your siblings with their kids. Like it is the funniest thing. Like, bro, you call one of them and in the background yelling, and it just be so funny. Like it's really funny. I also think it's so funny how my sister is. Let me tell you, this is so fun, and I think this is really true for all my siblings. My siblings that are genuine, like more easygoing, more peacemakers, their patience is so low. And I don't understand how that works because I am a lot more quick tempered. I'm not as easygoing. Like my siblings, and I literally have two in my life. My siblings are easygoing, more so peacemakers. They don't have no patience. They ain't got no patience. But I'm more quick tempered and I have a lot more patience, especially for kids. Let me make sure I'm very clear. We're talking about for the kids. Like my siblings are just like they have a little patience, and they're more easygoing. They're peacemakers. I have a lot more patience with the kids, and I'm quick tempered, and I just don't know how that works. That's so funny to me. But yeah, so I don't know how that works. That's so cool. But yeah, so I want to let you guys know really quick before we get up out of here. After this episode ends, feel free to share, like, comment, and so that we can push this episode out and get more people to understand and see the great conversations that I'm having over here, that we're having over here at Let's Talk the Show. Make sure you guys also at the end of the episode click the link in my bio and head over to our YouTube page and subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever you can. Our goal is to reach 100 subscribers before the end of the year, before the end of 2025. So I would love if you help me help you have some good conversations and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm going out the same way I came in. I'm giving you guys something that I'm grateful for. I'm going out the same way. I see you guys in the comment section. I would say that I'm grateful for, I don't know. I don't have nothing I'm grateful for. I mean, I do have a lot of stuff I'm grateful for. Honestly, I don't know what I'm grateful for. I'm just grateful. Honestly, I'm grateful to be back doing my show. I'm grateful to be able to push through and be more consistent with the show. So I'm just grateful for having a renewed mind for my show and being back in a place where I'm genuinely happy to do the show. For 2 seconds, I didn't want to do my episode, and it's because I was getting frustrated with the get ready part. But outside of that, like, I was excited to sit down and do it. And I reached a level of like having an idea of a perfection in my mind, but not so much anymore that it holds me back from putting out content. So I'm just grateful to have a renewed sense of clarity about the show and just a good spirit about it. So yeah, I think that's what I'm grateful for. I'm gonna go out to say what I came. I'm going out to say what I came in. Can I get one person to drop something in the comment section that they're grateful for? Call me teen. So what we talk about today, chat. We're just talking about our parents being naked around the kids, dressing appropriately to school, and school supplies. That's what we're talking about today. Can somebody drop in the comment section what they're grateful for? That's all I ask. And then we're going to go ahead and get up out of here and close this episode out. I have really enjoyed you guys today. I'm so grateful for my beautiful audience member. You guys have been chatting it up away. So I really appreciate it. I just need one person to drop something that they're grateful for. I can't close out the show until I get one person to close it out with me. So I need to know one thing that somebody's grateful for. Y'all like my hair? Am I doing something different? It was giving. Y'all know how I feel about. I was gonna put my twist back in. Hey, all right. Call me teen said, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my family too, okay? I'm grateful for my family too. All right, but that is tonight's show, you guys. My name is Cherrell Carter. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, but this ain't a podcast. I will see y'all next Tuesday, y'all. Peace.